Hello, and welcome to episode 10 of our Cryptopolis Minecraft Modpack modded Minecraft playthrough. Yeah. Alright, so to catch us up on today's activities, we did make 3 more thermoelectric generators. We also moved our generator from over there to be a bit more out of the way. Now what we have underneath these shroom lights is lava. So let me just reveal this. So there's lava underneath each one of these. And essentially, oops, that's not supposed to go there. Essentially you want to have hot and cold opposite on each generator. So what we have is hot in the middle, and then cold for each of the 4 sides going out. And then we have hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold, blah, blah, blah. So essentially this gives us 2 points of access. If I wanted to combine them, it could be 1, or separate them, it could be 4. To basically have power, right? Have power that can go into our crusher if we want to take down the big old water wheel. Go into our fluid pump, which we don't technically need, but if you want to speed it up for other fluids, then that's fine as well. And we'll be getting into this as well as the fluid pump pretty much right now, because this is our next catch-up point. So the fluid tank, not actually part of any quest line or any of that. I just think it's really nice and kind of necessary when it comes to generating coal. Now you're going to need to generate a whole lot of coal coke, and I do recommend saving it. You saw me put it in the blast furnace a whole lot before. I do recommend swapping over to charcoal pretty much as soon as you can. Blocks of charcoal are pretty easy to come by in this pack. All you do is grab some basic wood that you got from your hopper botany pots, which we talked about, I believe it was last episode, if not the episode before, how you can get basic saplings. You take that wood down to your washing station, throw it all in the lava one, and you can get easy charcoal blocks there. So I do recommend using these in order to power your steel production, which obviously I got to refill this whole thing. Anyways, when it comes to the coal and the coal coke, the biggest thing that holds you back is actually the creosote that fills up. Fills up, you have to come drain it all out, and then it fills up, you have to come drain it all out. It just takes a long and tedious process. So I have made a system of extracting the creosote oil into this large fluid tank, which, as you can see from the teeny tiny little bar on the creosote oil words, you may not be able to. It's a very dark brown on a black background, so it's a little hard to see, but we have barely scratched the surface of what this fluid tank can fully hold. So not worried about this overflowing at any point here soon, really. But basically, the fluid pump, really simple to make. Iron sheets, iron mechanical components. We've already made both of these before. And then the fluid pipe is just 6 iron sheets like so. Now, the fluid pump will pump naturally as long as it has redstone. As long as it has redstone and it's turned on, it'll pump. It'll just do it slowly. So you don't technically need any power. And as you can see, our fluid pump here has no power, and it runs perfectly fine because of how little and how few and far between the oil gets produced, right? Because it takes so long to get one piece. So it takes quite a bit to get the creosote oil, which gives us a lot of time to transfer it, right? The fluid pump itself, it's a bit finicky, so we're going to go ahead and go through the setup for this just in case there's people like me. So when you have your engineer's hammer out and you're looking at your fluid pump, it will change the facing side. So if you look at it, it says facing side, no connection, opposite side, no connection. So if I right click, this now says facing side, fluid input, facing side, fluid output, and back to no connection. What you'll need to do is put the fluid pump beside whatever, system machine that you're trying to pump out of. You'll want to shift, as shift clicking will change the opposite side. So as you'll see, opposite side now says fluid input, and if I pop on over, it has the little blue, new circle, yada yada. Same thing. I can smack it on this side, and now we have blue on this side. So let's get these back to no connection. One final reminder here. When you do a fluid input, you still need to do a fluid output, right? So as you'll see here, the opposite side is set to fluid input, and this side is set to fluid output. This is because you can't just pull into the system and then the system automatically know where to push it. You have to tell it, pull from this side, push to this side. That hung me up for quite a little bit because I turned fluid input on, never turned fluid output on, and it wasn't flowing, and I was like, oh, okay, what's up with this? You have to have input and output to let the machine know where to send it. After that, like I said, throw a redstone lever on it. You can power it if you're going to. This is where the power goes in, right up top here, so we would just connect it on over. We don't need to do that, so we're just going to leave it alone. But yeah, the fluid tank is made very simply just by using some of the iron sheet metal, which we already know how to get. You just use a lot of it. Now, I couldn't find this... excuse me, voice crack. I couldn't find this in the immersive engineering manual anywhere. If you know where it is, that's fine. But whenever I tried to search for it, it just simply wasn't there at all. So when you open it, you can of course type in fluid. I didn't find it in fluid transport. I didn't find it in fluid router. Not sure. But it is fairly simple. You're going to put down your 4 fence posts on the bottom. One thing is sheet metal. And you're going to go up and make sure you leave this structure hollow, right? So if you look at the fluid tank, it's just basically a 3x3 square, 3x3 square, and then you have this sort of middle part. Make sure you leave it hollow, and remember that it is 4 blocks tall. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll have basically a 2 block area on the inside that is empty, right? It'll be a 1x2 or 1x1x2, 1x2x1. It'll be basically a player tall space in there, right? So these two on the inside would be empty. And you'd have sheet metal, sheet metal. Anyways, that's pretty much it for the fluid tank. You can put in through any of these holes. You can take out through any of these holes. And yeah, pretty much good to go. That being said, we're moving on to the final piece that we need in order to get into this arc furnace, which is going to be the graphite electrodes. Now, in order to get this, we're going to need hop graphite ingots. And in order to get that, we're going to need hop graphite dust. In order to get that, we're going to need the industrial squeezer. So, the industrial squeezer takes 8 coke dust and turns it into 1 hop graphite dust. This is why I said we're going to need a lot of coke dust, because if we want to make our electron rods, it takes 8 to make 1. It takes 1 of these. Actually, I think it takes 4 of these to make 1 graphite electrode. So essentially we're going to need 32 pieces of coal to make 1 graphite. 32 pieces of coal coke, by the way, not just coal, but coal coke. And we are currently at 45. So we have just enough to make 1 graphite bar here. Now obviously this takes a long time. A very, very long time. Just because, again, the only way you can get it is through coal coke. The only way you can get coal coke through the machine that we have right over there. Now, technically, you could literally double your production if you just make another one. That being said, I'm not going to make another coal coke oven. Coal coke oven. That's right. We're going to leave it. We'll just mosey on, progress where we can, and do what needs to be done, right? Let's get this engineer's manual down, because now we are going to be going into the squeezer, and the squeezer does have a page in here. So here we are. Pause. Up. And let's turn it, because I can't quite see. Looks like it's fluid pipe, fluid pipe. So it's a 3x3 area, which we made sure to leave, and then scaffolding, fluid pipe, and a heavy or light engineering block. I guess it's the same, whichever it is. Light engineering. Okay. Alright, well, let's get to building then. So we left this little 3x3 area here available for us. And now somebody said that you could actually display this in 3D. I've yet to figure that out, so beats me. Now, also, this was going up, but I bet that's just because there's a block above it, right? So, but yeah, I've yet to really figure that out. So these are going to be barrels, I believe, and that's a redstone thing. The barrels really aren't hard to make. If you have treated wood, then treated wood slabs, you can make them. So, why we didn't really bother with showcasing that, because, you know, some things, they're just really simple. I don't feel like you need me to hold your hand through everything. That being said, I do respect people when they're going through these quest books and they explain everything. So maybe I'm a bit of a hypocrite. Who knows? So let's do this because we need this piston in here facing downward. There we are. And I believe it was just 3 steel fences like so. And we right click this. Indeed. Oh, ooh, that's not. We're gonna have to break this. Can I? Or can I? You can't, like, rotate the machine. No. Okay. And if I do break it, do I get all my pieces back? Okay, it just sort of disassembles. Alright. Well, knowing now what I know and should have known previously, let's move this and this. Fluid pipe this way, so that way the front is facing this way, and I'm going to need my book back because I got a little confused. So if that's the front, it goes back left corner is engineering. Like that. And then is it front corner? Yeah, front corner has engineering, or the redstone. Block there. This gets taken out. That does. That does. And then... No. The whole bottom's filled in. Okay. That. That. And then I think it's that and that. And that. Nope, I messed up somewhere. That. Or... Oh. Redstone block goes up 1. La di da di da. That's still not it. Redstone, 4 blocks. Piston. Okay, so that's definitely right. Alright, so if I'm facing it, we need fluid pipe into barrel. You know, navigating this thing is really difficult because it never spins the way that you're like, yes, can I spin it that way? Okay, here we go. Facing forward on it. We have those, go around, and that in the back. And then it pops up to this. Ow. Okay, so fluid pipe, that's... You know what, let's just start over. So we have fluid pipes, engineering, outline, good. Fluid pipes, engineering, outline, good. Yep. Up 1, engineering, 4 barrels, redstone, engineering. Barrels, hello. Barrel, 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 barrel. And then I believe it's just piston fences, yeah? Piston fences. Okay. I'm not quite believing you, but sure. Piston. I think I literally just had this. Fences. What? What? It just doesn't work when facing this direction? Ooh. I'm so confused. I'm so very confused right now. Somebody will be sure to let me know in the comments. They'll be like, hey, Chance, this is where you messed up. It's okay. You're a slight dunce. So let's just go back to how we had it from before, right? Because we know it worked that way. Back left was one of these. If this works, I'm gonna be a little salty. I'm not gonna lie. Blue pipe. I'm sure there's something basic that I was missing, and yeah, now it's not working this way. What? That is right though, yeah? Coming out on the left and the back. Middle, all surrounded. Okay, sure. We're gonna figure this out, and I'll be back once I have the machine built. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so I think I got it. It won't turn when I'm clicking it on the front, but if I come over here to the side, that for some reason works. Yeah, whatever. It doesn't really matter, I suppose. Now, the squeezer. Time to get to squeezing. From what I understand, it just needs the coke dust, right? And to get the coke dust, let's do a solid 32 so we can make sure that our math from earlier rounds out. 32 does in fact equal 1 bar. So let's throw 32 coke up top. And if you're looking at it and you're like, Chance, I can't hear your crusher, that loud, annoying sound. Again, come to muffler, you can type in crusher and just mute it. Just muffle it, as they say. This is losing power faster than it's gaining power. I wonder if we can change that by hooking it up. Also, there's something I would like to talk about. So we have our wire, right? We have our low voltage wire. That's what LV stands for, low voltage. We can make this, obviously, copper wire. That's what we've been using. It allows us to transfer X amount of energy, obviously a low amount, to the rest of our system. Okay, then we move on up and we have medium voltage wire. We can't get to this because it requires electrum, and electrum, I don't even know that I want to go through this whole process of showing you, but long story short, you have to get gold and silver to get electrum, and to get gold, you have to go through and get a different lava type. None of that matters. Here is high voltage, right? Aluminum wire and steel wire. Well, we can already get this. The aluminum plate comes from pressing aluminum, and we can get this once we turn on our arc furnace, which is obviously going to be very soon, right? And the same thing with the steel wire. Steel plate we can already get, and then just put it into your metal press or your wire cutters. So I'm a little confused as to why we can access high voltage wire but not medium voltage wire. Unless I'm just thoroughly missing something. Y'all know, sometimes I do that. Sometimes I do heavily just miss things. Okay, so that's all done. Now we should be able to throw this in here and give it some power. Now we've left this little back stretch here. Basically what I want to do is use this as our power stump. Where do we actually power this thing at, though? Here? Probably right here. That's not right. Seem to have changed what was in my hand there at the last second. Okay. Then let's just put a little post here. Put a little wire relay on it. Bingo. We'll throw this one there. It's... Oh, right, it has the dust already in it. It looks like it's using it faster than we're gaining it. I wonder if I was to theoretically hook this up to here, does it increase or no, because the wire can still only transfer so much at a time. Looks like that increased it. Right, so it's not draining as much. Certainly not going fast. there's no way for us to increase the input on this because this is the only acceptor in. So again, I mean, I guess maybe we can make a high voltage wire, aluminums, yeah. Medium voltage, electric. Yes, yes, the planet is working. Simple distraction, confusion tactics. Alright, well, I guess we'll be getting into heavy voltage in the very near future. We just need 3 electron rods. The problem with that is, obviously, we just put 32 through here, and that gave us the 4 that we needed here. That's fantastic. But we still got a while to go. We need 8 more over here, and then what does that leave us with? 19 coal. So we would need another. How do you get to 32 from 19? 13? Is that right? Feels right. I don't know if it is, but it feels right. So there we go. That should allow us to get all of the stuff that we need there. Now in here, I can't just place it in. I'm sure there's some like recipe. Oh, right. We gotta smelt it first. And just for curiosity's sake, oh, we can actually blast this. Okay, interesting. Well, we're gonna do that because blasting it, you know, does it all at once as opposed to one at a time. Come on down here. And I believe it was in the lava. Most things that need to be blasted need to go into the lava. Just a heads up, FYI. Unless it's food. Food is like the only thing that doesn't. Speaking of which, we need to eat some. Still trying to eat from the vending machine just when I'm up there. Goodness me, Chance English today. Hello? Yeah, just when I'm up there, I'll basically try to go grab a sea buck and toss it in. Oh, are those already done? Nice. Looks fancy. Yeah, you know what? It kind of does look fancy. Yeah, so basically I'll just come toss a sea buck in here and get something. Oh, wow. That looks really good. If there's something that's like extra tasty in there, like the sandwich, right? Look at how many freaking bars of saturation it does. 6 and 22. This is 6.5 and 25, so that's going to be a bit better. Although I will say I do like a good quiche. Let's just go ahead and get all of those. And next time we need to eat something, hopefully I'll remember that. We also have some steamed clams, right? 5.5 and 19. Another really good one. What was the artichoke that I originally got? 9 and 44. Wow. Still not found anything close to that. Should have bought a whole stack of it. Anyway, so now we have these. Can I... No, still can't. I'm missing something. Engineer's blueprint. Hello? Maybe we need another engineer's blueprint. Maybe this one is set to metal press molds. Okay, so what is the other one set to then? Arc furnace electron rods. That's the only way we can get this from trading. That can't be right. I'm sure we can make it too, right? This is how you get the metal press. Okay. This in here. How do we get this actually? Can I... Okay, we can do a metal press mold, which gives us 50% integrity. So once we get the blueprint, then we can do 4 to 1 for 100%. But for now, we have to do 4 for 50% integrity. Fun. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. I like this game that we are playing. By the way, you'll notice we have 2 wire cutters. I kind of lost a set, and then I realized where it was. So it was rod that we need, right? Rod, right? Rod. We'll leave that in there. I'm beginning to get a little claustrophobic, but it's okay. Because soon we'll have storage anyway. How do I take this off? La da 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 da. Good. Can I just... Oh, you just replace it. Okay. Okay. And then theoretically, if I put the 4 in there... Bingo, bango, bammo. We have half of an electron rod ready to go. Now, does it require all 3 for this to work? I'm just curious. I want to try it on 10 dust. What happened to the dust that we need? Aluminum, that's fine. Yes, you do need all three. Or so it would seem. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, now that we know the process, and we just gotta, you know, go through the process 2 more times, basically, to get us 3 half-used rods. That's fun. We'll be able to create ourselves some aluminum and, was it nickel? Basically, we're trying to get to this storage inventory network. Right, and then we need... Oh, no, we already have the storage inventory network. It's the root. The root. The root. The root is on fire. Let's see. Storage network root. Right. We need an aluminum ingot and a lead gear. I tried hooking up just this, and it did not work for me. Which is fine. All dandy. Have to set this up again over here. Realistically, this piece should just go in there for right now. Or... I'm not sure what I do with the rest of my storage stuff. We have this, but we also had a storage request table already. I guess we don't need this inventory if we're going to be making the table, right? This doesn't require an inventory. Okay. Well, then let's just go ahead and make this storage request table. Brass. And it needed crafting tables. I know I have another one of these somewhere though, don't I? I'm gonna find it right after I go to set this one up. It's typically how it goes. Alright, you know what? It doesn't really matter. I mean, we're basically just waiting on that gold coke to process on through. I really thought we already had one. You know what we can do, though, is actually go ahead and set up all the wire connectors that we're going to need. Do I have them in my inventory? I have some link cables and some basic network cables. We need some more link cables. Not quite sure how many. I know it'll be quite a lot. But we'll just start with that. And we're going to go ahead and start setting up our simple storage network while that coal stuff is processing. So essentially what we want to do is come through here with one of these. Oh, it can only connect to one chest at a time. Well, that's a bummer for this whole design. I mean, obviously we can still make it work. Just, this. Oh, nope. What? Oh, I don't have my magnet on! I was like, no, what? You're supposed to go straight into my inventory. Now, does Simple Storage Network have a wrench, or can I use... Can't use the hammer. Can I use this wrench? No. Simple Storage, do you have a wrench of any kind? Hello? No way to say that I don't want to pull from this inventory. I want to pull from that inventory. What if I... You know... No? Hello, Simple Storage. Get with the times. I mean, I get it. You're a simple network. Hopefully when I connect these, though, we'll be able to go to the other side. If not, it's going to be time for a little learning. Alright. I shall only connect to this one. Dun, 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 dun. Can we get this? Can I get to network guidebook? It looks like we can. Let's just make it see what it has. Apps. It'll be useful. 3. Like so. Blocks, cables. Export, import, link, network. Cable joins blocks and nodes. Valid network requires exactly one route. Yeah, so this is what we're essentially trying to get to right now with the aluminum back there, but that's not really what I care about. About these link cables, each connects to one inventory to the network. These are the main connection point for inventories in your network with no controls for priority or automation. Upgraded to filtered version. I don't really care about the filtered version. I just wanted to attach to the side that I wanted to attach to, you know? Getting started. Network setup. Priority. By priority if no GUI is provided. For example, with link cables, the value for that cable is 0. No, this is talking about like import and export priority. Okay, so it doesn't, in long and short of it, it doesn't look like there's really a great way to say, hey, no, I don't want you to go to this inventory, even though it's already being gone to. I want you to go to this inventory, because obviously it's not. Alright, well, simple storage, you do definitely live up to your name of being super simple. Which way does this go, then, in here? Obviously it goes that way. Why would that make any less sense for it to go to the left every time? What? By what ruling does this work? Let's see, if I was to put it on the outside here, not like I can put this one on the inside. Maybe we just bump it all back one. Oh, hold on, I don't want to do that. It's these little tiny details with mods that'll get you in the end. Oh, you mean that's the one mod with pipe networks that never allows you to change directions of input? Interesting. I didn't know that. And now, quick question actually. Now that we have this done and it's separated, can I go back and place that? Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Minor, you know, adjustments will have to be made here. But that's fine. It doesn't look too shabby. What we will do, actually, is we're going to clear out this middle column of all the chests. Ooh, whoops. Sometimes I forget about the diagonal rule. That's fine. And we would essentially be going back like this, right? Well, if that's going to be the case, I think I want to make this a longer platform and have these in nodes, right? So we'll have this, and then we'll probably have another set of chests, and then another set, right? Clearly, I think of my designs before making sure that the mods have basic functionality, which is fine, but we're going to have to do a little bit of building. So we'll probably just go ahead and do that building. We got to wait for this this coal stuff to, you know, get on. I made 5 pieces. Oh. What is the saying? Watch pot, never bulls. That's not right there, Chance. I'm feeling that. I'm feeling that heavy right now. So here's 27 more pieces. We have 5 coming out. That'll give us another half rod, and then essentially we just need one more, right? We just need all of this coal to go through the process, which takes approximately 10 years, as I've done the calculations, and then we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to work on this platform. We're going to extend it back. Like I said, we'll probably just do 2 nodes, so I'll do this, then another one, that, and another one, and we'll have our, what's it called, a little storage request table set up somewhere in the front here. Maybe there. This way we can just run up and access everything out of what will be our new inventory network. So let's do a quick cut, because for y'all it'll just be like literally not even a second, right? For me it'll be a little bit of time. Oh, hey, that's cool. The electron rods, they actually generate into the world. Let's pop up top here. Alright, well, you know what? Immersive engineering, you just won me back over. I do like graphical displays of correctedness. All right, so here is more of this. Wow, that drains power so fast. We get some high voltage over there. By the way, somebody told me that it takes like 2 of the thermoelectric generators to equate 1 windmill, which pretty bad. Pretty bad because you think that these would go forward, not backwards. And I get it, it's an easier setup, it's a much smaller setup, but it's, you know, you move forward in a pack, you suspect that you're just making a completely vertical transition, right? I didn't pick them back up. Okay, sometimes, you know, what's it called? Anyways, we're gonna get through this process. I'll bring you back when we have our third electron rod. We're ready to rock and roll. Alrighty, and here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the last 4 pieces of the coal, not coal. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, the hop dust stuff. It's being converted into the ingots now. Although they're not showing up, you know, it's just a graphical bug with the lava stuff. I think it might be done. There we go. Yeah, the last 4 graphite ingots, hop graphite ingots. We're going to pop on up top here. I have moved and set up our chest system fully. We've done it this way because doing 2 on the inside wouldn't allow the right side link cables to connect to the chest. It could connect to a single chest, but not a double chest. So, whatever. This works though. We have everything set up. Of course, minus the one other main important part there. That's okay, because now we have these 4. We can go throw them into the stamper over here, and we'll finally have our arc furnace running. Now, somebody did say that with just the low with the low voltage wire, it probably won't be able to run for very long. That being said, we don't need it to run for very long. I need 4 aluminum and 4 lead, so let's see if we can't get this going. Oh my goodness, it's not even going to get through 1. Okay, it got through 1. Holy cow, that uses a ton of power. Okay, but it still works. That's nice. Some machines, looking at you, thermal, when they don't have enough energy to continuously run, they just keep resetting the process over and over and over again. I'm very happy to see that this is not the situation here, and as long as it gets power, regardless of how fast it gets power, it does work. My goodness, I wish the integrity went down a bit slower on this, not gonna lie, given how, you know, exceedingly tedious it was to get these wires. But I guess that's the point of this, right, is to make everything automatic. So I guess we'll need to get into, I guess, pumping this into, maybe we could even do into a mechanical crafter set. The auto crafts it into coal, and then auto puts the coal in here, and then we auto take out the coal coke and put it into, you know, full setup. I didn't realize these graphite bars were going to be this huge and small, if that makes sense, right? So necessary and so teeny tiny. But we'll have to get into some form of, and how, let's see. We can automate this just by sending it down the line. Is there a way for us to automate? Yeah, I mean, I guess through the redstone and all that. Of course, when we get into redstone and thermal, are we even going to need this anymore? Oh, whoa, that's really cool. I like the animation for this thing when it actually creates us a bar. Downgraded iron. Yeah, it doesn't feel like it, does it? Oh, one other thing I wanted to do. Do I have this connected over here? I don't. This might help us with power. This essentially will be pulling power from these thermo generators, pushing it into here, and then on over. Doesn't look like it's going any faster, I don't think. Oh, no, it is. It is. Got a bit more of a steady sort of haul to it. So I wonder how much power can these actually carry? Probably says it somewhere in our book here, huh? Basic wiring, connectors, relays, transformers, connect to blocks. Each connector has an input value, 25, 6. And each wire has a maximum transfer rate. Oh, no. Here's the maximum transfer rate. 2048. Wow, that's a lot. Okay. That's not so shabby then. And there's our aluminum ingots. Now, this isn't going to continue to burn this. Okay, cool. Alright, so we finally have all the pieces that we need, ladies and gentlemen, to create ourselves, no, an iron nugget. All the things of all the times. This is how we fall. Go. And kablamo. Now, this isn't even a quest in your book there, and I guess technically, as long as you have good enough inventory management, you know, you don't really need it. But there we are. Simple storage set up. Basically, if you've ran through any modern storage network system, this, Refined, AE, they all work the same. Type in here, search for your items, connect JEI, type in here, search as JEI. Now, you'll notice, Chance, you already have some items in here. I wanted to make sure it worked when I set it up, right? So we have some dirt over here, we have some chest over here, and the most beautiful part of all, we can throw everything in. Give me this bag, that bag, that bag. Actually, leave the water bucket. Take the torches and the hammer. Everything else can stay. And now we basically just get to play the game of throwing everything into here. Let's just get everything out. I didn't read what that said. I'm not sure what that was in regards to. So let's leave... Actually, let's just dump everything. And then we'll take everything back out that we actually want. This works much better. And basically, we're just going to empty all of these chests into the system. And, yeah, everything should be fine. I'm wondering how it starts. Not on that side. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Checking, like, the last of everything. Suppose I didn't check the last of the top back here, right? Not there. Not there. I have no idea where those items went. It doesn't really matter either, right? We have an awesome automatic setup. Sort by name, sort direction, sort by mod, sort by amount. That's the classic view that we have, right? Sort by amount, so you can see what you have most of. You can scroll down. Yeah, cool. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, this has been a long and interesting episode. You know, the nice thing with Mod It is you get presented with these problems, but those problems, that's what you enjoy, right? The whole reason you play a mod pack like this is to problem solve. You're not going to play this because you want to go explore through the lava wasteland, right? So I'm having fun. It's not so direct and quick and straight to it as something like Stone Block, where you're just sort of making this direct line path. Now, I will say Stone Block 3, it's interesting once you get into the end game and all that kind of automation, but nonetheless, we're not comparing, you know, tomatoes to apples or whatever. This has been a very fun pack, and through all of it and any confusion or frustration that you hear, I'm having a great time with it, so I do highly recommend that you pick it up and give it a try. If you haven't already, though, if you're this deep into the series, I mean, you're probably already convinced, right? So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you once again. I'm going to get everything put into our simple storage. I keep doing ew there because I'm trying to exit it, and it starts searching, right? So I've got to remember that it's like auto search in there. Anyways, I'm going to get all this sorted. We'll probably move some stuff around up top here just to make it a bit less cluttered. I may even get rid of this whole top piece here just because it's kind of an eyesore as far as like looking across and seeing all of my base and structures go. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. I do want to say thank you to each and every one of you for having watched the series thus far. If you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like down below on the video. It does help the series, of course. Subscribe if you're new here. You want to see more awesome content from yours truly, where we're going through not only this mod pack, but also Vault Hunter. So if you enjoy adventure and sort of action-y mod packs, I recommend you check out that one. And if you're coming over here from Vault Hunters, then hey, welcome. This is where we actually get to use mods instead of playing for 30 hours to get one mod unlocked, then playing for another 10 to get another. Anyways, I kid, I jest. Hope you all have a fantastic day. As per the usual, I hope you all stay awesome, stay safe, stay crafting, and until next time, beautiful, lovely ladies and gentlemen, peace out.